What's up, guys? It's SuperKamiGuru9000 here, and this is my review of Bleach Chapter 454. Big revelations in this week's chapter as we finally figure out what Tsukishima's abilities actually are and how they work. We don't get the answers immediately, but we do get some pretty interesting conversations between Ichigo and Ginjo this chapter. Basically, we see that they were running away again, and they found themselves in some dilapidated building where they're able to discuss exactly what's going on. This is when Ginjo lets Ichigo know what his powers actually are. Apparently, whenever he uses his sword and slashes at somebody, he's able to manipulate their past memories. And this is really cool. It makes sense now. Basically, what happens is, when he hits you with his sword, he can make it seem as if, well, anything he wants. He's basically gotten to all of Ichigo's friends and allies, and we can infer that basically he has actually hit him with the sword, and he's made it seem as if he's always been there the entire time. And because of this, these memories are installed in these people. When they see that Ichigo is reacting the way he is, they basically just look at him like he's crazy. And that's probably a big part of Tsukishima's plan, just to sort of drive Ichigo away. And of course, before Ichigo and Ginjo can even finish having their conversation, Yukio all of a sudden shows up and starts attacking him with space invaders.
I would have used TIE fighters.
Oh yeah, and before the whole thing when Yukio shows up, they do have this one little interesting bit where basically Ginjo lets him know, are you willing to kill Tsukishima in cold blood? Because this may be the only way that you can break this, well, sword curse of sorts. And it's really interesting because, you know, the concept of killing, especially because these Fullbring guys aren't exactly people from Soul Society. They're living people. And this is just interesting. You can see the dread on Ichigo's face when he comes to the realization that he might actually have to do that. And there could be repercussions from this. If he does actually kill Tsukishima, there is the small chance that the ability from his sword will not go away, and he'll just be seen as a murderer to his friends and family. And that's just disturbing to think of. But anywho, Yukio gets there, and he basically lets them know that we're going to go see Tsukishima right now. But before they can do that, they do have one little interesting panel. We do get to see Ishida. He's in the hospital right now. All you really see him do is he walks towards the window, and he has a complex look on his face. We still don't know quite what's up with him, or if he's really been affected by the sword, or if he actually knows what's going on. Ishida's a really, really smart character, and we've seen that from the past. The chapter ends with a really interesting thing. They are somehow just in the middle of the woods. That's where Yukio takes them, and they're in front of this big mansion. God hope it's not the Spencer mansion.
Hope this is not Chris's blood.
But that's where the chapter ends, and it has a really interesting thing at the end. It says, this is the location of the final battle. And I'm not sure if this is going to be the final battle, especially considering this arc has really just started. I do think this is the beginning of something big, but it was really, really interesting to learn a little bit more about Tsukishima's powers, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next chapter, because all these Fullbring guys are apparently now with Tsukishima, so Ichigo and Ginjo are probably just going to have to go through and fight them. This was just a classic chapter of Bleach, and I really enjoyed it. It didn't do anything too spectacular. You know, there really wasn't any action aside from the Space Invaders shooting, and that was pretty much it. But I like where the story is going. I like that we finally know exactly what's going on with Tsukishima and his ability to tamper with people's memories and pasts and all that stuff. It's not too dissimilar from Aizen's abilities, which I think are interesting to note. And the fact that they both sort of look similar. You know, all these big villains now, they have abilities that mess with your mind and make you see things and make you under the impression that what you know isn't really real. And that's really intriguing, you know. He's not just another villain who's just big and buff and ready to kick some ass. He thinks a little bit. He's a smart villain, and I like that a lot. As a number score would go, I can't give it any more than a 7. It was an entertaining read nonetheless. It really wasn't what I was expecting from Bleach, which I think Bleach excels its most when it's doing its action scenes. But the story is really picking up. It's getting interesting. I can't wait to see what the battles are going to happen in this mansion. So 7 it is. And that's it for this week, guys. I'll see you next time. SuperKamiGuru9000,
Out.